Hey babies, it's Doll here and I'm back with a new video, period. And please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget. And also make sure you guys go and check out the other story times. I don't really even know what I'm about to name this story time, but it is gonna tie in with Susie, Phil, Deal, all of them. So make sure y'all check out the last few story times that I have posted, and make sure you check out my vlog. Hello, what are you doing? Hurry up, go check it out. But since you're here, let's go ahead and get into this story time. So this story time, I'm gonna start it out with, it was me and Susie, and we were walking. It was a hot summer day. It was just a normal day on campus, and we're just walking around, and we decided to go to the student center to get something to eat. So I ended up getting some Chick-fil-A, and I remember my order, and I also remember my outfit. So I'm gonna just give y'all a picture, give y'all a background. I had on this black dress with like the little lace-up details right here, like crisscross lace-up. I don't know if y'all remember that. They used to be the thing back then too. And then I had on some baby doll shoes, and I call flats like baby doll shoes, but they like wrapped around your leg, like they laced up. So I had that on, and then I had my little Michael Kors purse. A big old purse, baby. I used to love big purses. The real big purses, like bigger than your body. Yes, baby, I love those bags. And I still have a lot of them, but so I had one of those on, and we're walking to the student center. And so we get there, and this is like this is like a tradition. This is something that me and Susie always used to do every single day. Go eat lunch or whatever. And so we walk there, we get Chick-fil-A, like I said, and I got the number 2, the spicy chicken sandwich deluxe with extra pickles, buffalo sauce, waffle fries, extra salt, a little bit of ketchup on the side, and we ate. And so after we got done eating, we're like, dang, we do not feel like walking all the way back to the car. Like, what are we going to do? So we walked a little bit. We were like, we do not feel like walking all the way back to the car. So we parked the car where she parked her car all the way in these apartments off campus, and she parked all the way over there. So it was a long way to walk, probably like a mile of a walk. And so we were like, let's try to find somebody to drive us up over there. So it was like, okay, let's see who we can find. So we calling around, nobody really answered the phone, or they might be in class, or they just, you know, nobody was answering. But then we called Phil and Deal. So Phil and Deal was together. So it was like, okay, you might as well, because like I said, that was a tradition for us always to go over their house or dorm room after classes, and we were done with classes that day. So we were like, okay, we might as well have them take us, go over there, get the car, and then just chill at their apartment or whatever. They were a ways away, so we still had to end up walking to like another parking lot, but at the same time, it wasn't the same amount of time it would take us to walk all the way to that little apartment area where her car was actually parked. So we were like, okay, we don't really mind, let's just go ahead and walk up over there and just get it over with. So literally fanning ourselves like, oh my goodness, reminder, which I did not tell y'all. But on our car keys, we had things to protect ourselves. So on this campus, it was a very like dangerous campus. It would be people coming literally out of the woodworks from the hood. They would come onto our campus. Our campus was open. It wasn't security checkpoints every little single like entrance of the campus. So people could still come onto the campus. There were not members of the campus. They were not college students, but they could still come onto the campus and do whatever. So literally, like, I'll say a year before this even happened, one of my friends, she actually got robbed at gunpoint by a person off the street, a gangster off the street. She got robbed at gunpoint. She was walking back to her dorm after dance practice, and they actually stole her school iPad. So it was an iPad that the school gave us like our freshman year, and they stole her iPad. So this was a dangerous campus. I'll say that because of the people that would be able to come on. They did not have security checkpoints everywhere. Y'all didn't even got the campus safe or anything. So we took it upon ourselves to have things on us where we could be safe. So I had a taser and pepper spray, and Susie also had a taser as well and pepper spray, and we would just walk around with that on our keys just in case. Like, I'm not trying to get robbed, I'm not trying to do none of that. Like, I have my taser ready, baby, and I have my pepper spray ready, baby. It's on lock, but it's loaded, and I was ready for anybody who want to come and try me, baby. Best believe it. So that was just our thing. You have my chunk keys, taser, pepper spray, baby, walking down the plaza, walk to the parking lot. So we walked to the parking lot or whatever, Phil and Dill told us to meet them over there, so we came over there and we arrived. So we get in the car, and I remember having to push stuff over. He had his whole piano in the back and everything because, side note, Phil was a pianist at church, so he used to like play the piano and stuff at church, but he also was a dealer. By day, you doing the Lord's work. By night, you doing something else. So it was just crazy. But yeah, so we had to like push that over, and we squeeze it in the back of his car because he has a big old piano and like the stand and everything in there. And then Phil and Dill is in the front, and they already messed up. Like Dill, he used to get messed up. I'm talking about drunk like a 6-pack a day, 12-pack a day. Like he was already messed up. And so then Phil, he was driving the car, and he was just driving crazy. Like we were literally still in the parking lot. He's swerving. He started swerving. You're swerving super duper fast. And we're like, what are you doing? Like to the point we're like, oh, girl, he's swerving so much. I'm like, what is going on? Okay, so he's swerving. And then before we even got out of the parking lot, 2 campus police officers and pull us over. So we're like, oh my gosh. Like I was so scared. It's the first time the campus police has ever like even said something to me, pulled me over, did any of those things. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, like what is going on? But I'm like, okay, we good. Like I ain't got nothing on me. Yes, I'm in the car with these people, like, but I don't have nothing on me. I should be good. Like I didn't do nothing. So they asked us all to step out of the, well, first they asked, they was like, hey, do y'all have anything in the car? And it was like, no, like, I don't have anything, like, no. And so like, step out of the car, because they ended up seeing like a big bag of, in the middle little console, he had it open. He was like, oh y'all step out. And he saw some empty like beer bottles or whatever, because like I said, deal. And then like I said, Phil, okay. So we had to step out the car and was like, dang. So we out there. Baby, they put handcuffs on us. We out there. Just imagine how embarrassing it is. We in handcuffs in the middle of the parking lot in front of everybody. People walking to class, going to class, leaving the dorm room, going to the gym, going to the cafeteria, going to the library, studying. They walking with their partners and walking with their girlfriends and boyfriends, and they see us and they sneaky links and they see us in the parking lot handcuffed behind the car, answering questions, and I was scared. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This is the first run-in that I ever really had with the police, so yes, I'm scared. So I'm just like, dang, you know, like me and Susie back there was like, oh my gosh, this some BS, like da. And they're asking us questions. Now, Phil, like I said, first of all, the campus police officer that came up to us asking us questions and stuff, we talking to him, we let him know, oh, what's that on your keychain? What's that? So I'm telling them, oh, this is a taser and this is pepper spray. This is to protect us. Like I'm telling them the same story I told you. I'm telling them like, hey, this is what's been going on campus. Y'all already know that this campus is not a safe campus. So yes, this is for our protection. Like, but you know you're not supposed to have it on campus. You're not supposed to have it on campus. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. But I got it. So I mean, it is what it is. I was being very respectful. I always am very respectful when it comes to police officers. Y'all not about to have me crumpled up on the ground in the fetal position because I said something that you didn't like. No, I'm always, yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. Like, so they're asking Susie the same thing, and she's telling them the same thing. Basically, I was saying like, this is for our protection, blah 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 blah. And they're like, so why were y'all in the car with them? I'm like, well, literally, sir, honestly, it's because it's a very hot day. We parked all the way over there. I'm gonna just call these apartments Lazy Town just because like they're all the way over there. So I'm gonna just call them Lazy Town. So like we didn't want to walk all the way over to the Lazy Town. So it's like we just wanted to get a ride from Phil. So yeah, that's the whole reason why we even got in the car with them in the first place, is because we just wanted to ride. We didn't want to walk. It's hot outside. Like the sun was literally beaming down. It's probably like 100 degrees outside. It's hot. Nobody wants to be walking around sweating their makeup off, sweating their lashes off, sweating their hair out. Like, no, I'm sweating my deodorant off, my lotion off. No, I don't. I want to be in a cool condition car and have a little ride back to Lazy Town. And that's what we wanted. And it's okay because we almost had it. It this close, minuscule. It was that close, but it just didn't work out. Another thing, the campus police actually used to buy their gas from Phil. So it's like, dang, y'all sent up there supporting this on the sidelines in the dark without the lights on. But then as soon as the whole reason why they had to go by protocol and they had to pull them over, they had to do all these things, is because the main man was there, the big dog was there, their boss was there, so they were trying to show out, and that's technically what happened. And it's like, dang, like you sit up here and y'all some corrupt cops, y'all some corrupt campus police. I don't even know if y'all really cop security, y'all some corrupt security, because y'all sit up here behind closed doors, you're purchasing gas from Phil, but at the same time you're gonna take him basically to jail because he got some. Like, that's just crazy to me. But he ended up going to jail. So they arrested him. He ended up going to jail. They let us go. And they said that we had a hearing. So I'm like, dang, like, oh my gosh, it's going to be my first time getting in trouble on campus. Like, a hearing, that's something that's serious. It's kind of like, it's people that's there. And I don't know if these are students or like a part of the student government, or if they are lawyers or practicing to be a lawyer. I don't know, but it's students that are in like a room or whatever, and it's kind of like a court setup. You go up in there and you explain your side and why you should not be punished for the things that you have done. So I'm just like, dang. So I got a hearing, I'll say next week. And then on top of it, we still had to walk all the way back to Lazy Town because the man got arrested. So it's just like, dang, that defeated the purpose. Whole time we should have just went on and walked to Lazy Town if that was gonna be the case. Like, dang, now I got a whole hearing. I'm about to be in trouble. I hope that I don't get kicked out of school. Like, I hope that I don't, or be on probation or something. Like, I didn't know what was going on. So like I said, he went to jail, Phil went to jail, and somebody bailed him out. He ended up getting out. We all had our hearing, right? So we had our hearing, and I remember before we even went in the hearing, now mind you, I didn't think that I needed to like dress up for this, so I'm wearing the same outfit that I would wear if I was about to go to class or something. So I didn't really take this, I'm not gonna say I didn't take it serious, but I didn't dress up like how I would dress up in like a court setting. I did not put on no slacks and no nice professional shirt, no collar shirt, no long black skirt. Like, I didn't dress up for this. I didn't put on a two-piece suit. No, I wore a jean skirt, and I wore like a halter top, and then I also wore like some type of sandals, and I had my hair in two ponytails. So it was just like not professional at all, but at the same time it's just like, what can you expect from a sophomore in college? Like, what can you expect? So we all met up and we all went in there. Susie came, and then Phil was also there. Now, mind you, Deal was not there. I don't know what happened with Deal. He was not there at all, but his dad, like his family was well connected with the school. So I think that they got him off on another type of thing. Like, they got him off behind the scenes, so he didn't even have to show up to the hearing. He didn't even get in trouble. I don't know if he got in trouble with his parents or whatever, but he didn't really get in trouble with the school at all because the family had connections with this school. I don't know if they were like investors with the school, donating money, if they were just like alumni of the school and they were very well connected. I don't know. But he didn't even have to show up. He didn't even get in trouble. Nothing happened when it came to him. Now, like I said, when it came to Phil, he ended up getting probation, so he couldn't even come to school. He was on probation to where he couldn't even come on the campus for like, I think, a whole year. And then after that year, he was able to come back. And then he also had to pay like some fines and all of those things. And he got, of course, he got everything confiscated and everything. And then we explained our side to what happened. Now, before we even went in, we also saw like this sorority or whatever, and they were actually about to go in for a hearing because they had been talking about another girl from another sorority online. And so it was just like tea, because they was like telling us what was going on while we was out there. Like, oh my gosh, it was like, yeah, they was like, yeah, just don't worry about it, don't worry about going up in there, but like, we might have to like cancel the line this year and all of these things because bullying is a serious thing. But we weren't really even bullying her because this and that. We didn't even talk about her for real. She talked about us too, so it was kind of like even da 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 da. So maybe it was a whole bunch. So when we finally got in there, Susie and I explained our side. Like, we were just really hot. We didn't want to walk all the way to Lazy Town. We just wanted to get a ride there in cool air conditioning. We didn't know that he had that in his car. Like, we didn't know any of those things. And as for the taser and as for the pepper spray, this is for solely for our protection. Like, this campus is dangerous. We had a friend who got robbed at gunpoint. They stole all of her things, and we just did not want to go through those same things. We've also had friends to get and everything, and we didn't want to go through that because we're women at the end of the day. And yes, we know that we're not supposed to be having these things, but it's for our safety, and that's it. So they were just like, okay. So they didn't let us know what happened right then and there. They ended up sending us a letter, and that was literally right before the summer. So I didn't know what was going to go on because it was right before the summer. They sent an email telling us what happened and what our punishment was. And also, I forgot to add to the story. As I'm getting out of the car, okay, I had on like this, like I said, I had on a little black dress. As I was getting out of the car, I had little gas crumbles on my butt. And so, like, the officer pointed that out. I'm like, oh my goodness, like, oh no, I promise I wasn't partaking in that. So I had to like wipe it off. I was like, I guess when I sat down, it just got on my butt. And it was like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So I don't know, that probably played into this too, but basically. Come to find out, baby, I get my email back. And mind you, I'm on the phone with Susie. I'm like, yeah, she tell me her punishment. Her punishment, she didn't get a punishment. They just gave her a warning, like, don't do this, don't do it again, da da da, make sure you get rid of your taser, blah, 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 blah. For me, my punishment, they made me pay, number one, a $1,000 fine. That's number one. So I'm like, dang. So like I had to work that summer and I was gonna work anyway, but it's like that $1,000 could have been spent on something else. Y'all made me pay a $1,000 fine. Susie got off scot-free. Number two, I had to do 125 extra hours of community service. Mind you, community service, like we already have to do 25 hours of those each semester. So I'm just like, dang, so I got to do 125 hours on top of those extra 50 that I had to do that year anyway. Number three, I also had to write a whole letter stating how like it was wrong for me to have a taser and all of those things and have pepper spray on campus and understand the importance of not having weapons on campus because they considered it a weapon. And then I also had to take like this little course, and I think it was like a course about just about like having weapons on campus. But I'm like, wow, this is so crazy. Like Susie literally had the same exact thing, but I get all of these things done to me and she gets off scot-free. She didn't know anybody at the school. She didn't know anybody. So I'm just like, dang, it is so crazy that I get all of these, I get penalized this much just for being in the wrong place at the wrong time in somebody's car just because I wanted to be lazy and not walk to Lazy Town. I wanted to drive. I wanted to ride there in some air conditioning. I'd be hot in the sweltering sun. And then not only that, the campus police, actually, y'all want to do y'all job today. When there's people out here probably getting and hit upside their head and trying and getting robbed at gunpoint, but y'all want to do y'all job today for real. While the big man there, while the big boss there, y'all trying to show out. And y'all gonna sit up there and do all of that to us. Like, that is just insane to me. That's crazy. And I did not like it one bit. And I'm still mad to this day. I really am. And then, not only that, y'all used to shop with Phil. But y'all go sit up there and send him to jail. Y'all used to shop with this man. But y'all go send him to jail? Really? Seriously? Susie had a whole thing just like me. But I'm the one who get penalized. I get the hard end of the stick. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. But yeah, so I just learned then, never again, don't get in the car. And I should have learned from freshman year after that video I told y'all, after that time I told y'all about my roommate. I should have learned from that time. But I did not learn from that time. This time, I actually learned. And I said, okay. Actually, I still didn't learn after this. I still got more story times to come. I still didn't learn after this. But yeah, it was just a crazy chain of events. And I'm just like, dang, if that one decision, we didn't make that one decision after eating at Chick-fil-A, then we would have been good. And I wouldn't have had to do all that. But I was still grateful because at least I didn't get kicked out of school. At least I wasn't on probation. At least I didn't go to jail and actually get arrested. At least all those things. And I will say Phil did step up to the plate and he was like, they didn't have nothing to do with it. It was me. That was all me. They ain't had nothing to do with it. They literally just got in the car with me to get a ride. I was the one who was swerving. I was the one, cause also, Phil, if you weren't swerving, we still would have been good. You want to sit there and joyride in the parking lot with cars parked right where the campus security police little thing, like they had like a little, I don't even, like a little checkpoint, basically. It's right there. So literally, I can see it from the parking lot. I can see it. Why would you be swerving and gyrating and driving fast, doing donuts in a parking lot, knowing that the campus security is right there? Why? Why would you do that? So that was another thing. I'm just like, but he did take full responsibility for it. So I will say that at least it wasn't worse is what it was, and that's just what I took it as. I'm like, dang, God will show you an example out of you. He ain't gonna show an example out of everybody else. He gonna show an example out of you because you know better. But yeah, so thank y'all so much for watching my video. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget. Make sure you click. Okay, but yeah, I'll see y'all next time, and bye.